if you think you're going to gain 10 kilos of lean muscle in fucking 3 years, like, that's fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, in 8 weeks, you're as deluded as fucking Madeleine McCann's parents. I genuinely don't believe anybody will notice, to be honest.
It's fine.
You reckon?
Yeah.
You'd probably be better than actual Dan. He's definitely more stacked. So, protein bar review time. I'm here definitely with Dan. It's definitely Dan. And today we are going to review, I say we, that, I don't know if the zoom's right, I've got no fucking idea. Harry sorted it out. You sorted it out, Harry?
Sorted it out.
What a legend. And it is the white chocolate almond Barebells. Now, Barebells are very, very good. We already know this. And I'm going to be honest, I've tried this before. So this is going to be a complete fake. So I'm faking it. Macros on this, very, very good. Same as every other Barebells. 8 grams of fat, 15 grams of carbs, 20 grams of protein. And I bloody love white chocolate, I do. Do you, Dan? I think so. So, let's get it on. Good, mate. Oh my god, it's going everywhere. Fucking flies about. Feels like I'm in fucking Zambia. Zoom that, Harry. Look at that texture. Good, isn't it, Dan? He's got his mouth full. It's really, really good, isn't it, Dan? Again, don't speak with your mouth full. Barebells are so fucking good. They're the best. That and Nutri First from Tesco. So, really, really good tasting bar, isn't it? Yep. At last he speaks. Got a bit of a deeper voice than usual though, Dan. Really good tasting bar. I fucking love white chocolate. I don't know why I needed to swear. Emphasis. I also love almond. Because nuts, you know. Good texture, as always with Barebells. Nice bit of crunch. Not too chewy. Literally perfect. Not literally. Not literally perfect. You can't say literally. I hate it when people say literally. Literally laughed my head off. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Because that's not the definition of literally. But really, really good. And I am going to score that a solid 9. It is a solid 9 out of 10, isn't it, Dan? It agrees with me, as always. What would you score it? Preferably something that I can say without moving my lips. 8. 8 out of 10. Brilliant. So 8 out of 10 from him. 9 out of 10 from me. So average out at what? 8. No, can't do that. Can't do 8.5. I'll say 8.5. 8.5. You just stick with 8. And we're good, mate. So finished all yours for once. Haven't you? Like a good little boy. Bit mucky. Dropped a bit. Just touched his crotch. Feels bigger than the last time I saw it, mate. That's it. End of the protein bar review. I definitely think that he should stay. Like in future. Deal.
It's like they're raw.
I reckon so. He probably trains harder as well.
Cushions again.
All the cushions, mate.
Am I nutting?
Nutrition for muscle gain. I think you better sit this one out, mate.
It's not my forte, is it, mate?
Get someone else in.
Susan, come out the kitchen.
More muscle.
Those fibre one bars, you know, they're less than 100 calories, but not if you have 8 of them.
Yeah, no. But these are real low calorie. Yes, but you're eating enough for a fucking small African tribe.
Yeah.
But that is a common problem, right?
I don't know.
Well, you don't.
I don't know.
You haven't gained any muscle at all. You'll get there, mate.
One day.
You'll get there.
I'm gonna go on permabulk, I think.
People will go, oh, I'm on it now. I'm bulking. So you got to get those calories in. Got to get them in. You know, all the ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, which he is doing, to be fair.
I'm trying to do that.
But a lot of people go wrong with it, right?
I mean, you know, the permabulk isn't the reason I had to diet, you know, for the whole year just to lose 20 kilos. It's not the reason they got me there in the first place, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't tried this already before, you know. I did it wrong last time. Didn't go hard enough. What?
Didn't go hard enough?
What? Didn't go hard? No, I think the 30 kilos around your belly suggests otherwise.
Yeah.
I think you went plenty hard enough. You just didn't do the training bit of it.
And you just gained weight too quickly. You just got fat, essentially.
Kilo a week? Oh, straight to the guns, mate, that.
Oh,
straight to the guns.
Straight to the weapon, mate. Like I've seen before, where people are just on the Dominoes and ice cream to gain muscle, and it's like, if that was the fucking case,
Yeah.
Johnny Vegas would be winning Mr. Olympia.
Oh, and Peter Kay would be second.
Exactly.
I mean, wouldn't be far behind him, would he?
Honestly, there's more chance of fucking Stephen Hawkins winning a sack race than that. I can see the calories are going in. You've got tits. It's pecs, mate. It's the pecs. No, it's not. It's like, oh god, I was in the smalls and mediums when I was dieting. I'm in the XLs now.
Just because your t-shirt's fitting tighter now doesn't mean you've got a good shape.
You've got to get all those protein shakes in as well, haven't you? I want to grow, so the more the better. More shakes than fucking Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, but got to get the protein in for
This gains, if you think you're going to gain 10 kilos of lean muscle in fucking 3 years, like, that's fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, in 8 weeks, you're as deluded as fucking Madeleine McCann's parents. She ain't coming home. And you've also got those people who go, on the flip side, I'm going to lean bulk. I'm going to do it as slow as possible.
Yeah.
Like watching fucking paint dry.
Yeah, lean bulk.
Like, I was in the gym once before, and somebody was like, in my next bulking phase, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it keto. What?
Huh?
Sorry, what?
Huh?
I'm going to do it keto. You're going to do it keto?
Yeah.
Why?
What?
Why would you
Keto?
do that? Running a marathon, towing a fucking caravan on sand in flip-flops. Like, you're just making it 10 times harder than it needs to be. Like,
Yeah. I mean, that's quite a lot of times harder than just 10 times, I think.
10 times.
I mean that's probably...
I reckon, because I reckon I could run the marathon in 4 hours, and I reckon towing a caravan 40 hours easy, mate. If this gets 1 trillion likes, I will tow a caravan around the marathon.
That's the equivalent of the guy that wants to bulk. Yeah, you're definitely just a fat fuck.
Yeah, and then there's also the lean bulkers who.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my cardio because that burns the fat, but then I'm going to do I'm going to eat to a surplus and weight train to build the muscle. Fuck! Why didn't I fucking think of that? If only it was that fucking easy, eh?
I mean,
Can you fucking believe it? And this guy, they're two opposing things. Like, why are you doing 2 opposing things? Like, do one and then the other. What's the point? And then we've also got the bulkers who can't eat, like this one. So these are the people who, for one, either want to stay too lean in an off-season, because obviously we've gone the other end of the spectrum where people go all the cows. There's people who want to be fucking so lean and gain at such a slow rate that it's just impossible. Or the people who just can't eat. There's just no appetite there.
not really, no. To be fair, it's one of those where I just want to add 10 calories a week. I want to lean bulk, mate. Just got 10 calories a week. Reverse diet me.
Exactly.
Up. Reverse diet my calories up to outstanding amounts, so that when I diet next time, it's easier.
Perfect.
Because that works. Yeah, I can eat a grain of rice.
You can't.
Just the grain.
You gave it back to Uncle Ben the last time you fucking...
Too much, mate. Yeah. Too much, mate. You know, like Oliver Twist, he asked for more, I just asked for less. I was like, I can't eat that, it's too much, mate.
What you do?
I mean, I know people on prep who've left a grain of rice, you know, on a plate before. Lean bulking, mate.
You're not lean bulking.
I'm lean.
Ish.
Lean. Really?
Ish.
Ice cream's gone straight to the cheeks. Oh, gained 4 kilos this month. It's probably all muscle, so I'd probably cut it off now.
Cut now, yeah.
Yeah, cut now.
I've done my 4-week mass attack.
Yeah.
Gained a shitload.
I've got through these 4 tubs of protein powder in the 4 weeks, so it's basically going to be muscle.
So now I'll do my 4-week shred plan.
4-week shred plan, all the fat burners, because I'm bound to just reveal it all now. In 4 weeks, I reckon I've gained, easily 4 kilos.
Yeah.
Should we see what it looks like? Oh, I look exactly the same.
Funny that.
Oh, I feel shit. I feel really weak and I feel really small. I didn't bulk hard enough. I don't think.
Do you know why?
I need to gain 6 kilos in 4 weeks next time.
Because you've changed up more than fucking Bruce Jenner. You don't need to be like changing it up every 4, 6 weeks, 8 weeks. Like, give yourself time. Like, when people bulk, like, do it for a year. And I'm not even joking. Do it for a year and a half, 2 years. You need to fucking grow. Nah. It says here, this PDF that I've just bought for $9.99, 4-week maths plan. It's got to be right. It's got to be right. Yeah, mate, yeah, because the bloke on the cover definitely did it in 4 weeks, didn't he?
Yeah.
Definitely did it in 4 weeks. Where can I get to in 4 weeks? Bloody hell, if that's what he did in 4 weeks. I'm not far off that now.
It says it as well, just take these fat burners with it and it's all going to be lean bulking.
Oh, absolutely.
So I take all the supplements with it because fat burner with all that's going to help, isn't it?
I used to do that as well. I used to.
CLA,
I did.
And get thermogenics as well involved.
I did.
And it's guaranteed no fat storage. Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
No fat storage.
Guaranteed. You've seen the fucking stats on it.
100%.
Well, more than 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
283% muscle gain. So,
unbelievable. 283.
That's worth a gamble, isn't it?
It's not even a gamble, mate. It's
Guaranteed.
fucking odds on.
Refunds. No refunds.
Yeah, it's odds on, mate. I told you. Stephen Hawking sack race. So, I've just got back off holiday, and whilst I was away, a little bit drunk most days. England were playing, so lads. So I drunkenly did a Instagram story. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you should. It's almost as pathetic as these videos, so check out my Instagram, Mike Teambox, all one word, plug. But I decided in my drunken mess that I was going to do an Instagram story. And I woke up and I'd got like 57 replies. And to me, that's a lot. I think they call that viral. Not the same viral as what I've had before either. So I had like 57 replies. I was like, what the fuck have I said? But I never really watch any of my videos back, especially if I'm fucking drunk, because it's just going to make me cringe. Like, anytime I've ever watched videos back, like, I don't really like watching these videos back that much. I cringe so much, honestly, my balls go back inside me. Oh dear. This has started off well. So anyway, what I'm going to do, and what Dan has requested, Dan isn't here, Dan's away on he's away working. But Dan has requested, because he saw the video, to do a live reaction to that. So I am, for you, going to watch it, and you're going to see what I was doing on Instagram whilst I was drunk. So I'm pretty much dreading what's about to happen. So we'll see what happens anyway. So we'll go with the first frame. So, holiday. I've eaten quite a lot, and I'm also... Fucking flies. Also very drunk. Pretty drunk. So, first and foremost, I mean, the shirt's questionable. I know that. And I don't need to explain that I'm drunk. I think my face is giving that away. But yeah, I'm insisting on telling people that I'm drunk. My eyes are all over the fucking shop. Next frame. Don't worry, kids. There's always home time. You can always sort it out when you're at home. What? Doesn't make sense. I'm so drunk. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm a 30-year-old man in a toilet, drunk, talking to my fucking phone. Unbelievable. Look at the state of me. Look at the state of me. Next frame. That's not a picture of health and fitness. Oh my God. Going away and selecting a salad from the buffet. Yeah, get fucked. I genuinely don't know what to say. What am I doing? Like, I know I act like a dickhead usually, but fuck, this is different level. Like, oh, no wonder I got so many replies to this. Although people seem to enjoy it. Laughing at my expense, no doubt. At the end of the day, I'm all over the shop. I've dieted for like fucking 7 months. I haven't drank, I haven't eaten out, I haven't fucking done next to anything. I eat whatever the fuck I want. Who am I talking to? I'm like justifying eating and drinking. Fuck me, those flies, man. I'm justifying eating and drinking, like, to my fucking phone. Like, honestly, my eyes, it's like I'm fucking boz-eyed. So the people who were messaging me going to all my food. Nobody's messaged me. Snacks. Should you be having that? Should you be having that, mate? They're not having that. Oh my God. What is wrong with me? This is probably about as embarrassing as when George Michael got caught in the toilets. And yeah, it's probably not mine, but you know, you're fat as fuck. Stop calling people fat as fuck. So, oh my God. So, it's like I've been drugged. There's more to life than flexing in the oh my God. I mean, stop it. I'm still going to do it. As soon as I lose some weight. What is up with my face? Seriously, what is up with my face? Why is it so fucking smug at times? Like, and it's just... My mother would be fucking embarrassed. And at least my face now doesn't look like a fucking scrotum. It doesn't look like a scrotum, but it's a fucking mess. Of being lean. That and the fact you can't get an erection. Oh my god. Oh my god. The fact that I can't get an erection. So, yeah. Instagram knows about what happens then with erectile dysfunction when you get lean. So brilliant. So everybody knows now that you can't get it up. So thanks, Mike. Thanks a lot for that. I can now. Just saying. Sorry, Mum. Sorry, Mum. You watch this. She doesn't watch it. Because you've got better things to do. Yeah. Like have sex with my dad. What the fuck have I said there? Sorry, Mum. Not that you watch, because you've got better things to do, like have sex with my dad. What the fuck? I need to leave my fucking phone at home. Like, I cannot be trusted with this. And let's be honest, obviously I've fucking dieted for 7 months, blah, blah, blah. You keep fucking on about it, Mike. Obviously I'm going into off-season now, so I'll be drinking most weekends. So this is probably going to happen quite a lot. So I need to learn to fucking rein it in or keep my fucking phone at home by the looks of things. That is horrendous. That is horrendous. So, just rambled on in a toilet to myself, 30-year-old man, in shit get-up, let's be honest. And then basically told everybody that during my diet couldn't get an erection and that my mum is shagging my dad. I mean, at least they're happy. So, although they don't sound happy whilst they're doing it, it sounds aggressive. I'm still going, I'm not even drunk. The fuck? I need to stop that there, tonight. I need to stop talking. I can't stop talking. I've not even had a drink.
It's all good content, mate.
It's all good content, apparently. Yeah, so no doubt there's going to be more of that over on my Instagram, so I'm going to plug it again. Go over to my Instagram. I don't know why I'm pointing over there. It's not over there. I think there's probably a link down there. Not on my penis. Stop talking. End it. So then, how should you structure your nutrition when in a gaining phase? Well, you don't know for a start, yeah, so why I'm asking him.
Ask yourself that question.
Yeah, ask myself.
I do know how to do it, I just don't do it.
Just don't do it.
Yeah, just don't do it,
mate. Go on then. What should we do?
What we should do is obviously you need to find your maintenance calories, which is the first thing to think about. The second thing then would be to go into a moderate surplus. So between, again, depending on if you're a hard gainer, that term, like me or someone who finds it a little bit easier, but around 300, 400 calorie surplus a day is going to see you right, probably. Mm-hmm. You don't need to go any more than that. You can go more than that if you want, but you're just going to get fat, as we discussed.
Yeah, so there's research on that. Anything over, I think it was 500 calories of a surplus a day, just leads to extra fat gain. So it gained no extra muscle. So all of these people who, like earlier we were saying, all the cheesecake gains and pizza gains, yeah, it's going to go straight to my fucking guns. Not a chance.
No.
Like, so what's seen is that you just get fatter quicker, which then means that you've either got to diet sooner or for longer because you've got more body fat, or more aggressively. So that means that out of the year, actually, you've spent more time dieting in a fat loss phase because you've bulked stupidly.
Yeah.
So actually, you probably end up gaining less muscle than if you did it more moderately, because then you can prolong the surplus for a lot longer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I roughly say between sort of 200 to 400 calories is going to be more than adequate. And anything less than that, then, because a lot of people go, oh, for a pound of muscle, you only need a certain amount of surplus, which equates to something like 90 calories per day. So I think it's 2,700 calories make up the energy in a pound of muscle. Yeah. But when you think about that, how can you work with such fine margins of 90 calories? Because that's, for example, like a couple of hundred steps. That's 1,000 steps, say. Like, did you move 1,000 steps more or less than yesterday? Mm-hmm. Because if you did, then that's the surplus gone straight away. Then if you did that again the next day, that's a surplus gone. So these are 2 days you're now wasting where you could be gaining.
Yeah, and also when you start to eat more carbohydrates as well, your body will upregulate things like NEAT. So if you were just to fidget around more, like you probably see that we're a bit more active, or I'm a bit more active than Mike is at the moment. Because again, when you have more calories, your body naturally and spontaneously just starts moving more. And you get things like you get a little bit warmer. So that 90 calories is just gone. Like straight from doing a bit more fidgeting, you might not even get any more steps in. You could just literally move around a bit more. Your arms when you're sitting down at a desk or whatever. So that's something to take into account. So that's why you need a decent surplus to put you in a position where you're going to gain that muscle. And the other thing that people do a lot as well, which you see a lot, is that they bring their calories down on a rest day. So that on a rest day, they'll go, I'm going to go to maintenance calories today. I'm like, well, no, because that's a day you're still recovering from your training. You still need that surplus prolonged throughout a whole week. You don't want to restrict your recovery on that day. So, a moderate surplus all the way throughout the week would be the best place to go. And the other thing as well, we talked about this before, is not to go maintenance all week and then have one huge day at the weekend, because again, that's not conducive to you gaining muscle and recovering over the whole course of the week. Fat loss is a little bit different in terms of that, whereas with muscle gain, it's not gonna, that one day where you go up to 10,000 calories, it doesn't mean you're gonna gain an extra half kilo of muscle in one day. It's not something that's gonna happen.
We talk about energy balance obviously being the key factor, and certainly that plays out in fat loss. Is that you can have a higher day with lower calorie days, because that just means, for example, you're losing more body fat on the lower calorie days, and then you get having a day at maintenance, 2 days at maintenance, to offset some physiological changes and psychological benefits as well. But like he says, in an off season, if you're at maintenance or even in a deficit, I see people in a deficit just so that they can have a big binge on a weekend and go, well, I'm going to get my surplus on those days. How much muscle do you think you're gaining from giving yourself a 4,000 calorie surplus on one day? Because let's say you stick yourself in a 400 calories a day, like Dan says, that's 2,800. And let's say you're taking it all on one day. How much are you going to gain in that one day? Like, nothing. And then during the week, your training's going to fucking suck, your recovery's going to suck, so you're not going to be progressing in the gym. So you're doing yourself out of progress, right?
Because that's the thing, is like technically you could probably gain muscle in a slight calorie deficit, but it's more to do with the fact that your training intensity is not going to be as high, your training volume is not going to be as high, and they're the drivers for muscle gain over the course of the weeks and the months. That accumulation of being able to increase your volume, increase your intensity, increase your load is the thing that makes the difference. So that's why we don't advocate that sort of approach. During an off season. Exactly.
Like, people just use it as an excuse to eat junk, like an off season. Whereas it should be you're picking the same food selections that you're eating in your fat loss phase, just a little bit more of it. And then, you do have a little bit of leeway because you're on more calories. You're now, rather than on 2,000 calories, you're now on 3,000 calories. You do have a little bit more leeway to get something in a little bit more decadent. But you can't just use it as an excuse to completely throw everything out of the diet and go, right, now I'm just going to eat, shit, basically. Because it doesn't marry out like that. Like, you've still got to keep the fundamentals in. So in terms of breaking it down to macronutrients, I think you're going to be, we talked about obviously trying to gain low carb, keto and things like that. The way that we usually work is obviously we opt for a higher carbohydrate diet because pretty much the research is conclusive that obviously resistance training is highly glycolytic, which means it uses carbohydrates to perform. So that's why we tend to opt for high carbs. So
especially as volume increases.
Yeah, exactly. So you're going to get great training performance and great recovery with a moderate amount of fats and then protein set at roughly around 2 grams per kilo. You're probably going to be all right as a baseline, as a blanket for everybody there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So I think that's pretty much...
Yeah, and just lastly on that, the reason that we obviously go for that slightly higher carbohydrate approach is that, again, it enables you to push the boundaries a little bit further in terms of the amount of calories you can then eat, because, your body does upregulate things like NEAT a little bit more when it has an excess of carbohydrates, because it wants to kind of burn those off. So there's a reason that we tend to opt for the higher carb and the higher fat approach in terms of just getting calories in, and that those baseline fats will usually stay around the same mark, which would be around a gram per kilo body weight as a kind of rough baseline.
And then again, on certain days, you can be flexible with it. Like if you are eating out, you could borrow 40 grams of carbs and replace it with 20 grams of fat because you know that it's going to be cooked in a bit more oil. So the off season is the time to play, you know, the time and the place to do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because you've got the calories to spare, and like let's say you're on 400 grams of carbs, you know, reducing it down to 350 to accommodate some high fats, you're not going to see too much of a training detriment. Dropping from 400 to 350 for a day. Whereas in a fat loss phase, if you're only on 150 grams of carbs and you're taking away, you know, 50 grams of that, all of a sudden 100 grams is a fucking slog. Like,
it's not nice.
So yeah, off season is a bit more. There is a little bit more leeway, but essentially you do need to be as restrictive as, you know, your fat loss phase, because yeah, in a fat loss phase, like let's say you overeat slightly by a couple of hundred calories or 1,000 calories. But your deficit was already set at 4,000 or 5,000. You're still in a deficit, so that week you've still made progress. Whereas in an off season, let's say you've set yourself up in a surplus, and every day you've hit your 400 calorie surplus a day, and then it gets to Friday, and then you go, oh fuck it, I'm going to have, you know, a big day, and then you've then added calories on top of that surplus that you've already put yourself in. So then you are just going to get fatter quicker. So people will be a lot more willy-nilly with it, but you can't really be that lax with it, especially if in a week you've set yourself up already in a surplus and then you're just adding calories on top of that.
For sure. So there you go, the bulking Bible right there.
Boom.
In a few minutes. So if you like that video, don't forget, hit the thumbs up button, give us a good thumbs up. We like a good thumb in.
Oh god, he does.
And then make sure you leave a comment below. Let us know your favourite bit of the video.
Yeah, and also what mistakes you've made. Have you tried to bulk in the past? What's happened? Did you give yourself enough time? Did you get fat too quick? Did you try to hold on to your abs? Let us know your experiences. It's all good.
I need to learn, so any tips you've got?
He needs tips, yeah.
So,
yeah, cheers guys.
Cheers guys.
Again, share us with your friends. Subscribe.
Yeah, we don't mind being shared around your mates.
Yeah,
so
he does. He loves being passed around a group of guys.
I'd let you stay at mine.